is MaryAnn Pierce. MaryAnn will be presenting her speech today called A Glance Back in Time to Understand My Journey. It is a 6 to 8 minute speech. Introducing, please welcome MaryAnn Pierce, a glance back in time to understand the journey.
Have you ever heard the expression, eat the cake, buy the shoes, and take the trip? That's one of my favorites because it equals living life to its fullest. I've been asked, why do you eat that big slice of cake if you're just going to complain later about the weight you gained? Why does one person need so many shoes? Short, tall, sandals, boots, casual, dressy. No, I'm not going to tell you how many I own because I truly don't know, but there's a lot of them. And lately, I found myself asking why I was in the middle of 1,000 other people working on completing my first half marathon, 13.1 miles. Literally halfway through, I'm like, why am I doing this? As I pass these, those scooters that you can rent, and literally, I'm like, who would know? My friend's like way ahead of me. Who would know? And I'm like, okay, no, you're in this. Just keep going. Just keep going. As I kept going, where's the darn finish line? It's got to be here somewhere. We don't often realize what drives us to do things. Because for me, they are little poofs of air thoughts. Literally. It's when I did my first 5K. Talking to a friend, said, I was thinking of doing a 5K. Literally, it was there. And it's usually not me that runs with those thoughts, it's the person I'm talking to. So the next thing I know, literally 2 days later, I'm signed up for my first 5K with my friend Sandy. And so the quick version of why I eat the cake, buy the shoes and take the trip, started a little over 14 years ago. I didn't put together why I live my life like I do until I was pushing myself through the last crazy poop idea, which again is a half marathon. So over 14 years ago, I started having pain in my right knee, which led to liquid swelling. And then later, the final indicator of what was wrong, nerve pain in the bottom of my feet and heels. Yes, I went to a few doctors, had the fluid drain, wore a compression hose, and ended up walking with a cane. So here's the pretty moment. Every step I took was painful. I was at the point I thought my next step would be in a wheelchair. Literally. Everything I did was painful. But it taught me to appreciate the small things. Standing to do anything, wash dishes, house cleaning, walking to the car, going to events with my children, whatever it was painful, but I did it. I got up and did it, and one of the hardest things for me is because I love to dance, was not an option. And at the point, I didn't know if it ever would be. Wearing those cute sandals or those tall shoes or the boots, it had to be soft shoes, the bulky kind, because it was just like a nerve pain at the bottom. And So you must have, I hope I'm giving you a little bit of a glimpse, because no one truly understands when somebody goes through pain, what that actually means to them. Because it's so hard, emotionally, physically, it's frustrating because you don't understand why. You go to doctor after doctor after doctor. Fortunately, when I started having the heel pain, a light bulb went off for one of the doctors. So the next doctor they sent me to was a rheumatologist. And I was diagnosed with an arthritis that one of the biggest indicator is that heel pain. And what the form of arthritis that I was diagnosed with is called ankylosing spondylitis. And what that meant years ago is that the person that had this arthritis would literally, eventually over time, it curves your spine to where you would either, walk with a cane the rest of your life or be in a wheelchair. There was, yes. So knowing this, that was the scariest part. Luckily, I landed upon a really good rheumatologist that believed in old school medication. He put me on what they call a disease modifier and an anti-inflammatory. And I started taking it. Slowly, it started reversing. Took about a year, and then what it did is it reversed the pain. I didn't have the effects of the curvature. It was too early for that. So luckily, over that year, the pain was better and better and better. And of course, I started wearing those shoes that I couldn't. But I promised myself, when I was in that position where it hurt to walk, it was embarrassing to go by a cane. All of those things at my age at the time. But what was more important is that I lived life. It didn't matter if that was what my journey was then. I wanted to go to those events. But I knew that for me to walk from here to that door was not an easy task. So the cane is what I needed. And to the point that I will return a shopping cart because I couldn't do it. I was one of the lucky ones, and I definitely know how lucky I am. I appreciate everything I have, and I'm not referring to material things. If I can walk somewhere, I do. Again, wearing any shoe I want really is amazing. Yes, there are times that I know when I'm not taking care of myself because I will get that small heel pain. And that's when I know to put myself back on track. I stop to help people. Or just to lend a smile. You don't know if you're the only person that cares enough to open a door or to give them that smile of encouragement. I take trips, meet new people and explore, but most importantly, I work hard on taking care of me. I know when I'm not taking care of myself, and that's the important part, is to listen to my body and know. I don't wish this to happen to anyone, but I know we all go through things in life. It doesn't matter if you have a life-changing chapter in your book, like I have, or not. I just want every one of you to remember to live your life to the fullest. Eat the cake and enjoy every bite. You can always work on losing weight later. Like, buy the shoes or whatever brings that smile to your face. And definitely take the trip. It doesn't have to be out of state or a long journey. Just take the trip. Enjoy every moment to replenish your mind, body, and soul, and they will thank you. But most importantly, be kind to yourself and one another.